Welcome, graduates, family, friends, SFU staff, and faculty. I'm really glad that you could all join us for our online event within the School of Interactive Arts and Technology, otherwise known as SIAT. We have a short program for you today that will feature myself, Carmen Neustader, Director of SIAT, Associate Dean Academic of the Faculty of Communication, Art, and Technology and SIAT Professor, Philippe Pasquet, your fellow graduate and SIAT rockstar, Matthew Fong, and University Lecturer Chantel Gibson. Each of us will be sharing a few words with you this evening. I ask that if you engage in conversations within the chat feature of Zoom, that you do so with courtesy, respect, and kindness. Anybody who misbehaves inappropriately will be removed from the call. Thank you. To begin our event, I will first acknowledge on behalf of Simon Fraser University, the unceded traditional territories of the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Musqueam, and Coquitlam nations where SFU's convocation ceremonies take place at the Burnaby campus. As you know, you will have the opportunity to walk across the stage as part of an in-person ceremony, hopefully in the near future. As we wait for that point in time, I think it is still exceptionally important that we take pause for a moment and reflect on the journey that has brought you, the graduates, to this point in time, as the 2020 graduating class of SFU and the School of Interactive Arts and Technology. All of you have experienced a different path to get to this point in your university life, and I feel it is really important that each of you spend some time on your own and think about and reflect on your path and its significance. Your defining moments might be the all-nighters you pulled off as you scrambled to finish a team project, the deep friendships you developed in your classes, or the crit that was hard to take at the time, but changed you deeply as a person from that moment forward. As you approached the end of your degree, in perhaps the most unpredictable of ways, your past would have all converged in a world-defining time period, a situation not seen in about 100 years as the COVID-19 pandemic took shape. What this means for you as graduates is that you now head into a changed world, one that will continue to unfold and take shape over the coming years as a result of the extraordinary situations we are facing as a society right now. What I ask of you is to lead this change. Our society is at a very pivotal point in history, with many questions being raised and questions of the past being re-raised. Take the resiliency, adaptability, and skills you have developed at SFU and in SIAT and use them to lead us into the future, to chart new territories and to push for change to make our world better. Whether your skills are in media production, user experience design, fabrication, programming interactive systems, or another area of SIAT focus, you have a vast array of skills and experiences that make you the right people at the right time. Lead us by asking and answering the very difficult questions, regardless of whether it is through conversations, writing, media production, design, or system creation. Use your extraordinary abilities to move society forward to shape and build the new future. The extraordinary is just not the pandemic and its effects. The extraordinary is each and every one of you and what you have learned and achieved through your university experiences and how you will continue to impact the world. Thank you and congratulations, graduates. I now call on Dr. Philippe Pasquet, Associate Dean Academic of FCAT, who will announce our Master's and PhD graduates.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Carmen. We are live, unlike the folks in Burnaby. SIAT class of 2020, bravo, you made it. Getting this degree has been an adventure, I'm sure. Now, during your time at SIAT, you have not only gained knowledge, competencies, skills, and experience, but you also became part of a community. As such, you built relationships, big and small, that for some will last a lifetime. I am, like my colleagues, sad we cannot be together in person to celebrate your achievements with the rest of our community. Social distancing is hard. It is as hard as it is new. But moving forward, let's try to look at the big pictures and not be discouraged by the current pandemic. If anything, the virus has proven once again the value of technology in our lives. Imagine going through this pandemic without the internet, without interactive technologies which keep us connected, keep us entertained, educated, creative, and informed. If we are to keep relying on technologies that much, then there needs to be better ones and better designed ones. It turns out at the end that with your degree in interactive arts and technology, it is exactly what you are experts in. In fact, I am sure that most of you can already think of a SIAT coursework, a teamwork. You can remember a project, an idea you had while at SIAT that is relevant now and could serve to better the world. Be it a design contribution, a technological proposal, an improvement in accessibility, usability, or by infusing meaning, culture, or aesthetic to new media, your work matters now more than ever. So it is time for you to go build, pessimists might say rebuild, tomorrow's world with this body of knowledge and skills. In doing so, we would like you to be generous with what you learned at SIAT and at SFU. You have been privileged to learn and grow in a safe, peaceful, diverse, and inclusive community. Use that experience, pursue it by becoming an alumni, stay in touch, but also grow this knowledge further. Pursue it by grow this knowledge further and share it with others. The magic with knowledge is that you still have it once you are done giving it. And as Frank once said, no one has ever become poor by giving. In other words, be generous with your talent and you will get fulfilled by sharing it. A perfect example of the impact of the SIAT community in the world is the work of our graduate student. SIAT is indeed a recognized leading research center in human-computer interaction, interaction design, creative technologies, as well as interactive and media art. So as a way to emphasize this, I have been asked to announce the SIAT graduate students, starting with our Master of Science graduates. So I did share my screen that you shall see right now. I'll start with Laydin Fatih and congratulate her for a thesis on how to help students to manage their time. I know I need some help there too. The thesis is entitled Exploration of Students' Perception and Usage of Personalized Reminder Feedback in the Time Management. Then I would like to congratulate Shitian Sun for her thesis on improving learning and training in virtual reality, which is bound to happen more and more, and a thesis titled Eye-Hand Coordination Training in Virtual Reality. Next, I would like to congratulate Shubha Sarkar for his master thesis on technology for children learning, titled Understanding How to Translate from Children's Tangible Learning Apps to Mobile Augmented Reality through Technical Development Research. Next, I want to congratulate Supratim Charuvukti for his master thesis on interactive visualization tools to help us navigate our increasingly data-driven world, with a thesis entitled VisInteract, Rapid Data Exploration Using Multi-Touch and Interactive Construction of Multidimensional Visualizations. I would also like to congratulate Elgin Sky McLaren for a master thesis on brain-computer interfaces and neurofeedback game design to help children cope with stress, anxiety. The thesis is entitled How's That Sound? Co-designing neurofeedback game audio with children. And now I would like to briefly also congratulate our doctoral graduates, starting with Dr. Junwei Sun for his thesis on improving 3D user interface to make better use of our bodies when interacting with technology, titled Object Sliding and Beyond, Investigating Object Manipulation in 3D User Interfaces. I would like to congratulate Dr. Vashita Sher for a PhD researching the use of technologies in blended learning. Again, a very relevant topic, at least it became quite prominent in the last few weeks. I would like to congratulate Dr. Yasamin Ishmat-Deg-Oldi for her PhD thesis on connecting family members across time through asynchronous audio stories. And we all know how important keeping connected or getting more connected is in this day and age. I would like to also congratulate Dr. Nagmi Shirin for her work on computer-assisted design, helping designers to explore those massive design space more efficiently with a thesis entitled Bridging the Gap Between Design Space Exploration and Generative Design Interfaces, an Exploratory Study. Finally, I would like to congratulate Dr. Nadia Calderon Romero for her thesis on data-driven personalized health technology entitled Visual Analytics in Personalized Health, a study of the expert analyst health-consumer relationship in a direct-to-consumer data model. So again, SIAT class of 2020, and on behalf of all of my colleagues, faculty, and staff at SIAT, FCAT, and across the global community at SFU, congratulations. Class of 2020, your future is bright. I thank you for your attention. This is my time. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Philippe. Yes, let's give a round of applause. Even though we can't hear each other, we're still thinking it. I would next like to call on Matthew Fong, your student speaker for this evening.
Thank you so much, Carmen. Hi, everyone. How are y'all doing? My name is Matthew Fong, and it is an honor to be able to provide this student address, a dream of mine since early on in my university career. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge that this address is happening on the unceded ancestral traditional Coast Salish lands, including the Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, Squamish, and Musqueam nations, known today as Burnaby. Congratulations to us. Good job, guys. How are you all doing? It's been a good few months since the COVID-19 pandemic began, and I've been cooped up in my house, sleeping and eating and playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. It brings me sheer joy seeing so many people on social media sharing photos and seeing how they're connecting with their friends through this game. We have all worked hard to achieve what we have and learned so much more than what we could have expected to here at SIAT. I'd like for you all to think about a skill that you've learned during your time here. and can give yourself a pat on the back and congratulate yourself for knowing that you have grown and accomplished something great. I'd like to hope that many of you were in the same boat and came into SIAT without any experience in any of the softwares that we had to learn here. Learning how to use all the basic functions for Adobe programs was beyond me, and don't even get me started on learning hotkeys in first semester. If you had told the Matthew then, who brought stick figure illustrated posters to IAT 102 desk crits, that he would one day have the confidence to be able to lay out magazines, books, and newspapers with bodies of text, self-illustrated illustrations, self-taken photos, he most definitely would not have believed you. He also would not have believed you if you had told him he had the privilege of serving 2 terms with IATSU as secretary and president, working alongside other eager students, having a voice in SIAT undergraduate curriculum, and advocating for continuing the UPass system. I am also confident that many of you were members of student-led groups like KSIT, Young Women in Business, Passion to Lead, CIC, and much more. Thank you so much to all of you for making an impact on those around you. These opportunities are thanks to the community fostered within our program. We supported each other and cheered on everyone's projects and hard work. Many of these people were the friends that we've made. I will forever cherish the countless memories with the friends that I've made here, whether it was the meals we've had at Sushi and Roll or the mall food court, laughing at weird videos and where we weren't crying over assignments, or sitting by the old vending machines in first year, playing Would You Rather, and getting told by security to leave the area due to our obnoxious laughter. As we go out into the world, continue to be critical and learn as we adapt to new environments. While we have the privilege to feel accomplishment today, there are many of us who do not have the same access to our experiences due to the systemic imbalances in our world. As our graduating class goes forward, I encourage if we are artists, researchers, filmmakers, coders, or designers, we all must foster change. We all must do better. And I know that we can be the change for a brighter future. Continue to be creative and be seen with your work. Do not be afraid of who you are and what you believe in. Challenge the world and its beliefs with bravery and courage. Empathy and vulnerability researcher Dr. Brene Brown discusses the concept of an arena, comparing it to taking risks and stepping outside of your comfort zone. If your critics are not in the arena, fighting with you in blood, sweat, and tears, standing up for what they believe in, putting in their own hard work, then their opinions do not matter, and you should not be interested in their feedback. Believe in yourself and shine brilliantly. Like many of you, I am the first of my family to receive a university degree. Mom, Baba, thank you for instilling in me your life lessons, love, compassion, and care. Alex, thank you for tolerating your giant pain of an older brother. You are one of the greatest things to have in my life. My cousins Daniel, Lorna, Richard, Corey, and Emma, I am so proud of you all, and I look forward to our future endeavors together. Thank you to all of my SIAT advisors I've had here, Naomi, Kim, Paulina, Andrea, and Andrea, for your guidance and support. Thank you to all of my cherished friends, whether I've met you in kindergarten, in high school, or at SFU. You all continue to shape me as I move forward. Thank you to Joey for teaching me what it means to live a life with purpose and to lead with compassion and empathy. Without all of you, I would not be able to be where I am today. Never forget the first time you've met the people that you know now. The joys of a whole mall being connected to campus. The 8:30 a.m. lectures that I'm sure everyone attended. Rewriting code in hopes that it'll work. Chantal's communication triangle. Andrew's interwebs. 5-page long emails signed off with RT. The hard work put in when also dealing with personal struggles alongside large assignments, or the joy of completing and showcasing a successful project to the class. Remember, your accomplishments would not be possible without your personal resilience and the support from those in your life. As this chapter comes to an end, I look forward to seeing you in the arena, fighting alongside me as we take on the world. Thank you.
Yes, let's give Matthew a virtual round of applause. That was beautiful and very moving. Thank you, Matthew. Next, I would like to call on Chantal Gibson, University Lecturer at SIAT.
Can you hear me? Wow, Matthew, you are a tough act to follow, brother. Okay. Good afternoon, graduates, family, and friends. I am so overwhelmed. Like, I'm not even going to start my speech yet because I was under the impression that I might not be moved if I couldn't see people, but just seeing your names in the chat, just seeing names that I've seen for years, I am so happy and honored to be here. I am so happy and honored to be here. I didn't think I was going to feel like this, but I feel really good. So I want to say good afternoon, and I want to say congratulations. And I want to thank your family and friends for joining us here. And I want to just say that it really is an honor to be a part of your special day. Matthew, I want to thank you for speaking so thoughtfully and for really sharing your story of transformation, which is really what happens when you show up here in first year. Grad students too, right? You just can't show up here and then leave and not be a completely different person. And what I'm really glad is that you shared the bumpy parts and the imperfect parts and the oh no's and then the ahas. And I love how you brought in Brene. Good for you. Excellent, credible authority there. Good job. I'm just really moved by your confidence. And I just feel even more so that you are so interesting. You are just so interesting. And I think one of the things that I feel about this whole class and about this graduating group is that I just think SIAT students are just so interesting. I've been a teacher at SIAT for 17 years. And when people ask me about SIAT and where I work, that's what I say. I just say, like, it's so interesting. And I don't even try to like explain interdisciplinarity. I don't try to unpack all the things that we do because we are so complex. But I do say things like this. I say, those interfaces that you use every day where you push a button and you get feedback? Our students do that. Or I say, those apps on your phone that tell you when to do something or to track your actions? I say, our students do that. Or, when you're looking at a website and there's this slick part on the front with icons and navigation and interaction, and then there's the whole world of computer code in the back. And I'm like, they're on both sides. Or I'll say something like, do you ever go to a museum or a gallery or a public building and you see a monitor and it says, touch here? And when you do, suddenly there's a documentary video or a voice speaking or an infographic, something that's helping you understand where you are in the world right now. Or I'll say, have you ever seen like those Oculus Rift glasses, like those virtual reality glasses that actually help us imagine or reimagine space and possibilities for the future? And I say, our students do all those things. So it may seem a little bit selfish, but the really cool thing about being your teacher and the really cool thing about interesting students is that you make me more interesting too. And I've told many of you this before in class, but I am probably the most interesting person at a dinner party. And I have you to thank for it. I know like so many important things. So I just want to use this time to say thank you. So thank you for PewDiePie. I have worked that for years, and I feel like an insider. Thank you for Assassin's Creed. I never really developed a good parkour game, but I just love that I know the cultural references because of you. Thank you for the Candy Crush hacks, for years of Candy Crush hacks. Okay, I'm just gonna say that I was a little sad that you said that I couldn't call myself a gamer because I was playing Candy Crush, but I will say thank you to all of you that played a few levels for me so that I could keep going. And I gotta thank you for loot boxes, because how can I not thank you for teaching me about loot boxes? So I have been so lucky to teach so many of you in first year and third year. And I say I'm lucky because I think it's a blessing to be a teacher. And it's like, it's a double rainbow blessing to witness the transformation of our students, like Matthew and like all of you. I feel like I get a front row seat to your growth and development. And for that, I'm really grateful. So on behalf of SIAT, I feel like I just want to spend some time saying thank you, if that's okay. I want to say thank you to all of you who have volunteered on behalf of our school and mentored peers and first year students, and those of you who have volunteered in the community. I want to say thank you to all of you who have sat in that mezzanine and demoed projects and shown your games and crits and open houses and just taken the time to share your work with students and faculty and staff, and not just from our school, from other schools and people in the public. Thank you for representing. I want to thank all of you who have represented our school in co-ops and internships, and those of you that participated internationally in field schools and studies abroad. You took See It From Here and you put us out there and you made us look really good. I got to thank our LGBTQ students and our BIPOC students for bringing your voices to our classrooms and to our curriculum. I need to thank our international students for choosing us. For undergrads and graduate students, for doing the journey with us. Hope that you're going to take us home with you. And I want to say thank you to those students like Matthew and many of you who have served our school in clubs and on IATSU, who have led from within, who've changed the school, and I think you have impacted the future of generation of SIAT students. I think that is a legacy that you should be proud of. You have made your mark and you have made us all better. Thank you for being good citizens and thoughtful leaders. I know this has been mentioned earlier and no pressure, but it's kind of bananas outside right now and we need you. On behalf of the SIAT faculty and our staff, I want to say congratulations on this milestone. Like I end every 309W class, if you see me in the world, if you see me in the street, please say hello, because I want you to. And may your journey continue to be transformative. Thank you and many blessings to all of you.
Thank you very much, Chantal. Thank you once again for joining us to celebrate the SFU and SIAT graduating class.
Oh, Matthew already presented, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, they look so funny.
What is going on? I think I messed up.
Graduation.
That's someone else's screen by accident. He's right there. There's me, but my camera isn't on.
How many people?
Okay, sound problem fixed, I think. We've made it this far without a glitch, so that's pretty good. Just want to close off the evening. But first, to do so, I really want to thank our organizing team for putting this event together. It is by no means an easy feat to hold a Zoom call with 10 people, as many of you will know. And tonight we had over 160 people join us. This is fantastic to see, and I thank our organizing team for pulling it off amazingly well. So thank you very much to Tessa Perkins-Deneau, Andrea Barbera, Kim Hockey, Masimba Masamira, Claire Slipik, Naomi Liu, Kim McKay, and of course, SFU IT Services. Graduates, as you embark on your adventures in the world, most certainly do not forget us back in SIAT. We are all tremendously proud of your accomplishments, as you've heard tonight, and would love to continue to hear about your accomplishments throughout life. Stay in touch with your instructors, pop in for coffee, and connect online through things like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and more, and also what you invent for us in the future. We are always looking for mentors from industry to come back and visit classes or be a guest speaker at SIAT conferences. And of course, we just love seeing our students come back to visit us. Congratulations, graduates, and have a great evening, everybody.
Woo! Congrats, everybody. Congrats, Matthew. Shout out.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everybody! Woo!
Awesome work, everybody. Congratulations. And thank you, Carmen and FCAT and SIAT for organizing this. Awesome, awesome ceremony, online ceremony.
Are we on it? Congratulations, Matthew! Woo! Congratulations, Matthew! Woo! Yay, Matthew! Okay, that's it.
Thank you, everybody.
Yay, Matthew! Woo! Wait, put the video back on. Put it on until he leaves. Yay, Matthew! Congratulations! That's not Polly! Christy! Turn it off, turn it off.
Hey, please leave. Woo! Congratulations! Woo! Matthew! Yeah! Yeet!
So I think that I'm going to leave, but maybe we'll leave the chat open for students to chat for a little bit, and then yeah, just for people to connect and share stories and things like that. But it was lovely seeing everybody. Take care.
Thank you, Andrea. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Andrea, for everything.
No problem. You guys take good care.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Thanks so much.
Arigato. Shishi.